And then moonbeams, yeah, we do need to push the speed on this a little bit. It's just a bit too laboured, I think. The speed they give, 66. I probably would work towards that. I wouldn't go any slower than that. Placido, a Komodo, calm and at a comfortable speed, but it doesn't want to be laboured and too slow. So with the metronome, so quite a bit more, it needs just that bit more movement, I think, so it gets that feel of lilt to it. What you might do is play, I mean, I'm playing with a metronome. I wouldn't suggest you do that at all. You can do little bits of it, or maybe the start of it, but it's very difficult to play with a metronome all the time. It's quite off-putting and you'll just make more mistakes. So don't do that, even though I am. But at the beginning, you might want to just do the left hand. So you get the feel of the speed of that left hand part. All right. So the left hand is then used to getting going a little bit faster. Just another thing really that occurred to me. So at the bottom of page 1, where it's MF, bring out the left hand as well. So those. All right, I think they can be a little bit more important there. Make a bit more of these nice 6s at the top of the second page, so in the right hand, bring that out a little bit, and be careful in bar 12 that you don't slow down at all. Ba, 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 ba. So it just keeps going. Okay, the place we do slow down is bar 16. Then I think we'll put a little bit of a rubato like that, but you need to make sure that you get the speed back up again straight away on the R tempo. So yeah, big rit, well not a big rit, little rit, and then just a snatch of time, and then pick the speed up. So the other place that we looked at was sort of bar 19 to 20 in your right hand. You just struggle with that a little bit, I think, whether it's moving the little finger. So maybe a little bit of practicing doing that, moving the 5th finger, and then going into the chord. We did that in the lesson. So the last semiquaver you play in bar 19 has to be quite short. I'm doing it without the pedal at the moment, but it would have to be, even with the pedal, your action is going to be almost staccato, because you've got to play the F twice to start the chord. So just be aware of that that's going to be quite short and quite quick. Da 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 da, da 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 dum. So you could just do that. I'm sorry, I'm doing the wrong fingers. Da da dum, da 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 dum. All right, then put the whole chord in. Okay, and unfortunately that has to be quite quick, that spread. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum dum. All right, so practice that as a little point as well. And those notes also are not really supposed to slow down. Then you can slow down all the way to the end. And remember the little rubato. So take quite a time before you play that last chord. It's all for effect, really, with the rubato. Otherwise, I know you mentioned about you can do that. I wouldn't do it at the beginning. If you want to do that, do it when it comes back again in bar 5. So maybe play all this fairly. Try to get the speed up again. If you do it there. Okay, and even sort of ease in sometimes when the chords are going towards a cadence point or an end of a phrase. And then pick it up again. Sorry, I would keep this moving. A bit of rubato there. Big rubato there. Okay, so yeah, so a little bit of rubato maybe from 4 to 5, maybe a little bit of easing in between 7 and 8 towards the chord at the beginning of 8. Don't rush into it. And then the other places maybe between 13 and 14. But, you know, you've got to be careful not to overdo it with rubato.